Hello everyone and welcome to this BuyBotPro video. In this video I'm going to show you how you can use BuyBotPro to flag up and explain to you in detail without you getting stung how to determine what a private label item is using BuyBotPro. So just as an outset, private label, for those of you who don't know, is an item that an individual or a business has actually made themselves to sell on Amazon. Not just Amazon, they can sell them other places as well, but specifically for this example, anyone that's selling a private label on item, they obviously have the rights for that item because it's their item, and you can get IP violations and get kicked off the item if you try to sell it, okay? And also it can just waste your time looking to reverse source an item that's private label if it doesn't exist apart from their supplier, obviously, which you're not allowed to sell anyway. So I thought I'd get an example up here for you to see, okay? So let's just go through the red flags that come up here straight away. Now, the first thing you see is you may see that it's £7 buying for £20.99. You may have thought that you found a similar item or you're going to try and find one. So off the offset, obviously, you know, this looks good, it looks great, you know, like the confidence score's good and all that sort of stuff. But obviously BuyBotPro doesn't know, and there's no way BuyBotPro can determine itself if an item is private label, okay? So you need to determine that yourself. So you can't take this into account, this confidence score and stuff, when you're looking at a possible IP, IP issue, private label, okay? So even though the profit and the confidence score looks good, what you need to look at is that you need to look at this more in detail, okay? So first things we'd do is look at the brand. Have you ever heard of that brand before? You know, have you ever heard of that? I personally haven't heard of that, so that's a massive red flag straight away. Most products that you sell with online arbitrage are items that you've heard of before. They're big brands, you know, they're big brands. They're already selling. They've already got past history, and that's why we like to sell them, okay? The next thing you want to do is look at the sellers, and you can see there's just one seller there, okay? And the next thing I would do if I was unsure about this, although I am sure in this case that this is private label, but if I was unsure, you could click on that and you could actually go to Fashion Romper. You could actually go to their shop and see if they have similar items for the same brand. And if they don't do online arbitrage and they're just selling this brand or one other, then that's also another indication they are private label. You know, because it's their own brand. And my bet would be that if you went to their shop, they only sell this brand, possibly only even this item, okay? So that's another way to determine it. Now, the final way you can determine this, okay, although the sales heat map is looking great certain times of the year, it's all irrelevant and we can't buy this item anyway, because number one you can see is if we go back 360 days, not only have we only got one seller here right now on the corner with the competition analysis, but you can see that on the offer and reviews, there's only ever been one seller for the whole time. Look, the whole time there's only ever been one seller. And if it does say two sellers, then it probably means that one of them is MF and one of them is FBA, and this private label seller might have their own warehouse. So just because it drops two if ever it goes up to two, it doesn't necessarily mean that you can sell that, okay? It could just mean that the same brand is selling at MF and FBA. So at the moment, as you can see though, massive red flag as an example. This is definitely private label because it's been going for 342 days and it's only ever had one seller, okay? And the price has stayed exactly the same there as well. Apart from one drop up there, it stayed exactly the same. So there's the flags on how exactly you tell if an item is private label using BuyBotPro. I hope that video has helped, and we will see you in the next video.